Hi guys, welcome to day 3 of my water fast. Just doing a check-in, let you know how I'm feeling, what's going on inside my body, and how I got through the day. So we will start out with how I felt this morning. My morning was kind of broken up into 2 mornings. So dogs got me out of bed at 5 to go potty. I felt pretty good then. Energy-wise, clarity. I did sleep horribly last night. Some of that was the dog, some of that was just me waking up quite a bit. I probably should have drank electrolytes during the night. No probably about it. I should have had electrolytes during the night. I was lazy. I did not put them by my bed. So went back to bed for like another hour or so. Woke up feeling better. Like I actually got some good solid sleep during that hour. But basically, the day was there. So I had some electrolytes when I got up the second time, and they probably helped. I needed more, and that was totally on me. I didn't do more. I switched to green tea. I ran errands that morning, so I just took the green tea with me and should have had electrolytes. I ended up buying electrolytes while I was in town, and I know that helped a lot. When I got home, I had even more electrolytes, and I started feeling better. So how do you know you need electrolytes, especially on a fast? One, if you're just doing a water fast, you need electrolytes. There is so much different chemical activity going on inside the body that all of these minerals are going up and down and around. You need to support your body with electrolytes, or you can actually put your organs into stress, like your liver and your kidneys. So fasting is stressful enough. We don't need to add extra stress upon the organs. But some things that you could experience when you need electrolytes. So diarrhea or constipation. I'm going to say usually on a fast, it's going to be constipation because things are really slowing down. If you're doing an extended fast for like 10 or more days, I could see the constipation just being because there's nothing in there anymore. But most Americans tend to be more constipated, and that means there is a backup in there of more than a day's worth of stool that needs to come out. So that's why I would say on the fast, you tend to be more constipated. You can have fatigue, a little bit of brain fog, confusion. I know I slur my words when I'm on my fast, so I totally choose the wrong word when I'm on my fast. So that means I definitely need more electrolytes. You could cramp, just muscle cramps in general, but I did have a headache. It is much better right now. I also need to go to the chiropractor, so I did that today too. And he did a lot of adjusting on my occipital back here and a lot on my neck. So I'm sure that helped as well, but definitely the electrolytes. So push, 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 push the electrolytes. Okay, so day 3, what is going on inside of my body? We are at 72 hours, and I cannot say enough about autophagy. Super important. It's just the body cleaning itself up and getting rid of old cells, sick cells. It's cleaning out the cells. So healthy cells may have damaged proteins in them, and that is being taken care of. They're being pushed out. It's just clean everything up. Another thing that happens during autophagy that I didn't talk about the last 2 days were infections. So bacterial infections, viral infections, it doesn't really matter what type of infection you have. During autophagy, the body is clearing those things up. Now, is it 100%? I don't know. How long are you going to fast? So there are fasting clinics throughout the world. There are even fasting clinics in the United States, which is really huge because this is, even though there's good science behind it, it's very alternative because I'm not feeding you, and most modern medicine people are like, oh, you can't skip a meal. They don't even like intermittent fasting. Not all of them, but a good portion of them will, you know what they'll do. They poo-poo it. So when you go to like no food for 10 days, 21 days, 40 days, that's really frowned upon by our society here in America because then we allow the body to heal itself, and we can't have that. So I'm hoping very soon we have a lot of that taking place because there's great science behind fasting and controlling and negating these infections. So if you're somebody who has, suffered from Lyme, Epstein-Barr, different herpes infections, autophagy is that time period where the body takes care of those infections, and that load just comes down. So that's another reason I do that, or that I am doing this. Really bring down that infection. So organ repair is still continuing at a smaller rate. It's really going to rev up tomorrow. My inflammation is starting to decrease even more than before, which I'm really looking forward to. So with my inflammation, that really came down on my 10-day fast, like no joint pain at all after 10 days. That was beautiful. And maybe some of that was pathogen related, probably, but definitely food related, because as I did slowly add food in, my joint pain would come back. And it wouldn't come back right away. It was, 12 to 24 hours that it would come back. I find that my pain comes back at night. So I wake up and my shoulders will burn, or my wrists, my fingers, sometimes my ankles. Like right now, my ankles are a little sore. And that has to be food, because I'm putting food back into my belly. And then a day later, sometimes 4, I'll talk about that, then I would have burning pain. So that's how I found out that, well, I knew gluten was an issue. And if I would have like soy sauce with gluten in it, boom, issue. So I know I'm extremely sensitive to that right now. I will not always be. It is not true that once you have a food sensitivity, it's forever. Once you're sensitive to gluten, you can never have it back. That is not true. You just have to really repair the gut. Oatmeal. So oatmeal was my 4-dayer. I had that 4 days in a row, and the pain just kept creeping. And I'm like, oatmeal. Damn it. And that was the only grain I allowed myself to have between my 10-day fast and my 5-day fast. So, bummer. So that was out. Okay. We have the organ repair that's still slowly coming in. Inflammation. Yes, I know my inflammation is coming down. I woke up this morning and I was a little bit more concave in the gut. Yes, this can be ketosis. It's starting to burn that fat again. But also remember that some of that fat is, or what we perceive as fat, is actually inflammation and water weight gain, because one will follow the other. So that's starting. I do have more shoulder pain today. I did some yoga yesterday, and I probably just stretched too much. And by some, I mean like 2 minutes. But I have high hopes for this 5-day fast, that I don't necessarily need to do a 10-day fast to get my pain gone again. I will say that on my 3rd day of this fast, I am still not in so much pain as I was starting my 10-day. So that's a huge positive. Okay, So we talked decreasing inflammation, ketosis, and my GABA is increasing. Well, I'm not in a terrible mood, surprise, surprise. So that's good. I mean, I'm definitely not sleeping very well. So that first night I did kind of my normal sleep. Second night, not at all. So I will take stuff tonight. I will take melatonin. I will take Skullcap. So what I'm having is that racing mind, just go, 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 go about anything and nothing important. So I will take Skullcap because Skullcap is very good for those racing thoughts. It doesn't make you drowsy. So that's where the melatonin comes in, probably the tryptophan, because I'm not taking in protein. I could be lower in the tryptophan, which you need to make melatonin to help you fall asleep. So right now, those are the 3 things I think I'm going to take. That should be good. I did go grocery shopping today. Yes, it is difficult to do when you're fasting. I happened to stumble upon, honest to God, I was not looking for these, some gluten-free Pop-Tarts. And I'm like, oh, strawberry. And then I'm like, no, you wouldn't eat those normally. Why would you want to even think about that? I'll put the box down. So I put the box down. I did make fire cider. So here is my fire cider. It is fermenting and macerating and whatever as we speak. They told me to use a half-a-gallon jar. This is not a half-a-gallon jar, and nor did I need a half-a-gallon jar. You need a jar to be able to shake it once a day. I totally could have made a full recipe in here. I was expecting the recipe to fill the entire jar, which it clearly didn't. So fire cider has, let me look at the recipe here for you. So fire cider has ginger, fresh grated ginger, fresh grated horseradish. Was I crying? It was fun. Lemon. This one has raspberry and nettle leaf, which I really appreciate. So it's very herbal, and it's going to pull the minerals out of those plants. It has cayenne pepper. It has 10 cloves of garlic in it. Onion, so it's cayenne, like it's great. I'll put the link in the description. My links are not active yet. I don't have enough followers, but someday soon I will. So cut and paste if you're interested. Fire cider one, you don't have to buy it. You can make it. It only takes 30 days, probably less than 10 minutes to put it together, and 30 days to wait for it. You can get all these different recipes, which I'm excited about because if I like this, I know I'm going to try other recipes to see which one I like the best. You could also just make a couple different recipes and then try them. But fire cider is wonderful for the immune system because there's so much horseradish in here. It's going to stimulate your digestion. So you can just smell horseradish, and that will have your stomach creating stomach acid and releasing that. Mine's a little lower in that right now, so horseradish is great. Ginger promotes motility within the gut. So for someone who has maybe an inflamed gut or constipated, maybe you've suffered with SIBO, ginger can be very good and very helping. And it's just loaded with minerals. But what all of this stuff does, like the garlic, the onion, the horseradish, it is super antiviral and antibacterial. So you take like a shot of this a day. Or for me, I might try a smaller shot before each meal to see if that can really stimulate my digestion. But 1 shot a day is very antiviral and really helps the immune system because, what's going to live on horseradish and garlic? Not a whole lot. So those are really powerful foods. So that's what I did today. Tomorrow things are really going to start in my body. So we'll talk more about that, and I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, if you like this video, click subscribe and share. Thanks.